Hello, welcome to Tech Raman, and this is Lakshmirajan with Asus ZenPad 7, and I am going to list some features, tips and tricks that you can work around with this device. In case you have a ZenPad 8, it works for that device too. So let's get going. Asus ZenPad works on Android Lollipop with a Zen UI on top of which, and by default it gives a near stock Android experience. And you also have an app drawer. In case you don't like the app drawer, what you can do is go to the Manage Home by long tapping the home screen, go to the Preference, and you see something like 2-layer mode. So this is the existing 2-layer mode which has an app drawer, and swipe down and you have a 1-layer mode. So I'm shifting to the 1-layer mode, and you don't see the app drawer now, and all the apps rest on the home screen. Go to the Manage Home, click on the Preference, and you find something called Swipe Down Gesture. So there is two options which is available. One, we can open the notification app panel, and another to enter the app search. So what basically it does is, like, when you swipe down you get the notification panel. Instead of that, you can also set it to search apps. So you can shift it to the enter app search, and now when you swipe down it gives you the search bar. So it is easy for, if you have a lot of apps installed in your tablet, it's easy to search the app because with the search bar. If you are very particular about your privacy, the Zen UI also gives you an ability to lock apps or hide apps. Again, go to the Preference. There is a lockup settings. So you can set a password. So let me enable a password. So I have kept an app lock. Now what you can do is go to the apps. They find here the option called lock apps. Go to it, enter your password. Whichever app you want to lock, you can tap on that and it turns to a yellow symbol. And now let's get back to and press the done, and let's get back to the home screen, and you can see the gallery now locked. So in case somebody tries to access it, they need a password to enter the gallery. Similarly, you can also hide the apps. So there are folders, and you can also change how you want the folder grid to be. Go to the Preference, can find the option called folder style. Click on that, can choose the various style of the folders you want. You can also choose the grid size of the app layout. Like here we have the 6x4. If you want, you can change it to various other settings, 4x3, 4x4. So the grid size of the app layout can also be changed. Both the ZenPad 7 and 8 supports call functionality because it has a SIM slot. So in case you want to record calls, you can go to the settings, go to the call settings, and you find an option called auto call recording. Go to that, and you can enable either auto call recording, which records all the calls, or you can have a custom list where you can select the particular numbers or unknown numbers to be recorded. In the notification panel, you also find something called Autostart Manager. What it does is, like, suppose you have there are a lot of apps you install or comes pre-installed, and most of the apps sometimes auto starts when you switch on the tablet. You can disable the apps from auto starting so that it doesn't unnecessarily eats into the memory. So the Autostart Manager helps you to control which apps to be started by default and which has to be denied. We have seen the Zen UI comes with the easy mode in the Zen phones, and that is carried over to the Zen tablets also. So if you are giving this phone to your elders who needs a bigger app for easy visibility, you can switch on to the easy mode, and it changes the layout to something like this. So it should be easy for those who are visually impaired, and it helps for easy visual usage. So you can have the contacts with the pictures over here to easily access, as well as the icons are all big. There is also a double tap to wake and double tap to suspend. settings, you find something called Zen Motion, and you can go to the touch gesture and enable the wake up mode. There are also like various touch gestures, so you can draw W to launch app, or S to launch app, messaging app, C to launch camera app. You can draw a C to launch the camera, and you can also customize these gestures to open different apps. On the notification shade, there is a toggle for blue light filter, which when enabled minimizes the blue light emission and helps in reducing the eye fatigue. If you are browsing for a long time, you should be turning on this blue light filter, and it does make a difference. You can also play around the display color, brightness, color temperature for a customized experience. You can also change the fonts, and there are extensive fonts available. Go to the Manage Home and check on this Launcher fonts. Click on that, and you can change the font size, or you can also change the label color. You can customize the label color. The select font, click on that, and there's an extensive list of fonts which you can choose. In the lock screen, you also have a quick access to camera, dialer and messaging app by default, so you can directly launch the app right from the lock screen. In case you want to have a different set of quick access apps over here, you can do by going to the settings, going to the lock screen. You have the quick access, launch on, click on that, and you can change. You can either drag and rearrange the icons, or you can change a different app from the app list. Most of us buy our tablet for children, and it's better to have a kids mode where we can control what they use and for how long they use. So this is how the kids mode layout looks. So here we have the list of all the apps that you are chosen for your kids to use, and then in case you want to add more apps, tap on this, it asks for the pin, get into the list, and then you can again choose more apps. If you want, you can choose a playtime for your children to access the tablet. Asus ZenPad 7 has OTG support, and you can have your USB stick over here, and then you can access the external storage. So these are some of the features, tips and tricks that you can do with Asus ZenPad. This is applicable both on Asus ZenPad 7 as well as 8. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and any suggestion, do please comment, and we'll be back with more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. This is Elash Rajan signing off for Tech Raman.